Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another variant 7 video. Today we'll be covering 7.3.2 breakthrough and strikeback. So for the nodes, the defenders for breakthrough, defenders start with an armor rating of plus 2000, and with every hit they reduce their armor by minus 200. And with strikeback is whenever you use a special attack, the defender gets 1 bar of power. Now apart from that, there are two other nodes. One is great power and great responsibility. They are very helpful for Spider-Verse champions. So if you have any of the mentioned Spider-Verse heroes, you can bring them in and that will also help you give them extra evasion, unblockable, and a few other bonuses depending on which champion you bring in. Apart from that, you can bring in champions like Quake, you can bring in champions like She-Hulk and Luke Cage. They will help you because either they can tank specials or they can control a bit of the power. If not, other champions can also work. Strike through and strike back and breakthrough are easy nodes to deal with. The boss is going to be Miles Morales. We will discuss about it more into the fight. Today we're gonna take him down with Hyperion, so stay tuned guys. Before we jump into the part though, make sure you like the video, leave a comment down below and subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications. All of that really helps me out a lot. Now the first fight is going to be against a Vulture. Now I'm just going to bring in Angela. It's a quick fight, easily evadable specials. All you need to do is to stay back and parry and let him use his SP1 and then you can go back in. Now with Angela I'm going to be using the Fury rotation, so when I'm almost at 2 bars of power, I'm gonna make sure that he does not have a bar of power before I use my special, so I don't push him to an SP3. And then I'm gonna go back in and again build up to an SP1 and I will have 3 Furies, and with 3 Furies she will hit really hard. So yes guys, just be careful about the strike back and the breakthrough will take over later in the fight. Next defender is going to be a Green Goblin. Now with Green Goblin, his specials can be evaded, but I prefer pushing him to an SP2 because you don't take any block damage, and SP2 I find it easier to evade. So yes, just bring in any champion that is available with breakthrough and strike back. They're pretty easy nodes. Just be careful that you do not push them to an SP3, otherwise you will die in one of them and you will lose a champion. But apart from that, it's a pretty straightforward and easy fight guys. Next up is we're going to have a Rhino. Now with Rhino you need to be careful about his dash-ins because he can go unstoppable and also unblockable. So what you need to do is to bring in a very tanky champion, like in my case it's going to be a Captain America Infinity War, and you can block him and let him use his heavy attack and then you can retaliate. Another way to deal with him is to make sure that you don't give him the space to dash. You can always be on his face, so whenever he goes back you can, and whenever he goes swipe backs, you can go in, dash into him and he will block and you can hit in his block, and then he will use a light attack that you can parry straight away and then you can kill him off. In my case, I'm using Captain America Infinity War, so I've closed down the distance on him and I'm just using my specials to bring him down. Whenever he dashes into me, I will just swipe back. I'll wait for his special to go before I jump back in. So yes guys, that's an easy rotation to avoid his unstoppable and unblockable. Defender number 4 is going to be a Mysterio. Now with Mysterio, how he works is you need to be careful about the poison that he can apply on you. You will notice that there is a cooldown timer with the poison icon that is going on his side of the HP bar. Make sure to bait out a special before it reaches 3, otherwise he will poison you. Also, his AI is very annoying. He throws a lot of specials and very quickly, so you need to be careful about that. He can get you caught and even kill you in one heavy attack only. To make it easier, if you bring in armor break champion, you don't have to worry about the poisons or anything. Then the poisons will not apply because of the armor break. His specials are easily evadable, but I would suggest him to push him to an SP2 all the time, because with SP1 there is a small cooldown period in which you cannot hit him, because any damage that you do during that is going to be reflected back. So just be careful about that, and once you take care about those things, it's a straightforward fight. You can use the Strikeback node into your advantage, and you can constantly keep pushing into an SP2. The SP2, once evaded, he will give you a power drain debuff, and that debuff can also heal you with willpower. Next defender is going to be Dr. Octopus. Again, simple fight. His specials can be easily evaded, but I would suggest you to keep him to an SP1 because you will not take any block damage, and it's way easier to evade than SP2. SP2 can be tricky sometimes and can hit you in the face. So yeah, SP1 is the right way to go. In my case, I'm just bringing in the She-Hulk, and I am going to build up those Furies, and he's gonna throw his special ones very quickly. It'll be a simple bait and attack fight for me. Again, you can bring in any champions that you suit. Just be wary about the Strikeback node and do not push him to an SP3. And then the final fight before the boss is going to be a Carnage, who again, his specials can be easily evaded, so you don't need to worry about those. Just bring in any champion. I am bringing in Hyperion because in this variant you get extra ability accuracy 10% for every hero champion on your team. For me, there are going to be 5 hero champions, so I am just gonna use Hyperion, and Hyperion will get Furies on every heavy attack, and he will stun on every heavy attack. So he's a really good option for 7.3.2 and 7.3.1. So having said that, just be careful about the specials. Do not push him to an SP3 with the Strikeback, and you are in good hands with this fight. And the boss fight is going to be against our Miles Morales, who has quite a few nodes, including Enhanced Special 1 and Special 1 Bias, as well as Flux Dispersal. So every time you land a hit on him, he's gonna gain a dispersal charge on him, and the more the charge is, the less damage he will take, up to 20. Once he has 20 of those charges, he will not take any more damage. And to dispel those, you can just land a heavy attack. Another one is going to be Hard Knock Life. So if he parries you, he will place a disorient debuff on you that's going to reduce your ability accuracy by 5. So you can stack up to 3 or 4 on yourselves, and that would be okay. Then you have to dance around until they go away on cooldown. Now we're going to use a Hyperion here because there's a node here that is called Cosmic Wrath. So if you use a Cosmic Champion against Miles Morales, you get extra 150% damage. Now the way to use Hyperion is, in the beginning, just hit in his block, only light attacks. So you go in medium, light, light, light. Do not finish your combos. He might evade the last hit and retaliate and kill you. So just use 4 hit combos and remove all of those evade charges that he has on him, and in the meantime you'll be able to build to an SP3. Once you have that, you just use a heavy attack and drop an SP3, and from there it's all about waiting for your bar to fill up to 2 bars, parry and use an SP2 and drop that damage. And once he is stunned after SP2, use your heavy attack to remove the flux dispersal charges, so it becomes a cycle of a fight. So Hyperion is a good choice against Miles Morales. If you're looking for more choices, I have another video in which I have taken him down with Captain America Infinity War as well, and also some other champions. Next video I'll be taking him down with the Human Torch, so stay tuned guys. And also other viable champions are on the left side of your screen. You can also use them as well. I'll be releasing a boss video soon for Miles Morales, so check that out. There will be different options mentioned there as well and how to use them. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video and you found the tips and tricks helpful. If you did guys, make sure to smash that like button and comment on the video. That really helps the channel grow, and as well as hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. All of that really helps me out a lot. And apart from that guys, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.